Ebony, and I wanted to give you a peek at my greenhouse. This is what I've been growing and collecting all winter. On this shelf right here, these are all my succulents so far, and I've been using these little clear trays to help me with propagation. And so after I water them and give them a couple of days to calm down, I might take some cuttings and stick them back in the soil in here. So my goal is to see how much I can get these to grow. And excuse that. But over here, these are fritives, and these are Graptopetalum superbum. This is also a bunch of crusted topsy-turvy succulents that I bought, and this is just a beautiful one that I got for free from Kara's Succulents, and it's growing so well. I love it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you I wanted to show you my projects, my succulent projects, and what I'm trying to grow here. And then also here in the greenhouse, I have my succulent arrangements, and they're doing pretty well. Of course, they could be better, but for now, they're doing pretty well. Here's another succulent arrangement that I have. A couple of the succulents are kind of on the struggle bus. This one had mealybug, but I've treated it, so hopefully it'll get past it. But yeah, anyway, these are just a bunch of my other succulents that I have, and for whatever reason, this one has a lot of yellowing. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to just pull all the roots off of here and maybe give it a trim and then set it back in there so it can restart growth with healthy roots. Here's my silver dollar jade and my hanging jade. I pulled that out of my large planter, and it now has its own pot, and it seems to be doing better with rooting, and now that it has its own pot. Here's another succulent arrangement. This one I got from Home Depot, and I pulled everything out, trimmed it, and rearranged it. I also added in more succulents to this arrangement. Like, I added in this kalanchoe and this sedum clavatum, and I'm just waiting for everything to root because I had to cut the roots off of everything. This is my giant mammoth elephant bush, and it's doing well. It's growing new growth, and that's always good. This right here, these are a bunch of sempervivum and more succulents. This I plan on using in my topsy-turvy planter in my front yard. Here are a bunch of my oxalis plants, and unfortunately this one has lost all of its variegation except in this one small tiny area. So oh well. But this is the Iron Cross oxalis. It's doing well. This is the Kineslet, and it's not doing anything anymore. Here I have some more succulents, and my other succulents that I was able to propagate, and another cup full of jade. More succulents, and then down here I have this aloe plant that my friend gave me from a plant that I gave her a year or two ago that's just growing like crazy, and so I decided I would try to grow aloe again. and it seems to be doing somewhat okay. And then this is a large plant I bought from Home Depot, and that one was a good price. And then this is a plant that I gave a friend of mine, and she actually gave it back to me because it's half dead and struggling. So I'm just going to take care of it, get it back healthy, and see if I can get it back to her or just keep it. And then down here in these black pots, these were outdoor plants that I was trying to overwinter, and the only one that did really well is this hosta. This is Cosmos, but it basically has died back. And anyway, and then over here, these are mostly my Tradescantia, and they're doing pretty well. On this shelf, it's these are all different types of Tradescantia, and they seem to be doing pretty well, like I said. Over here, I also have these begonias are going to go in my topsy-turvy planter. And then I repurchased the what is this? It smells so good too. I can't remember the name, but citronella. I repurchased the citronella plant. It smells so good. Here are just some things that I want to use for succulent decorations. And this is a shelf where I had some of my tools, and I went back and put a bunch of oxalis up here and some of my Tradescantia pots up here as well. This is the variegated Silla Montana, so I now have 2 large pots of that, and it looks like it's time for a trim, and I could be getting 3 pots of this. This over here is a geranium my husband just bought for me, and it's gonna go into my topsy-turvy planter as well. Yeah, that's my giant Tradescantia Kartuk giant, and he's really big, so I'm just trying to see how big he's going to get. Over here on this shelf, I have a lot of my plant tools and decorations and things. And over here, this is my last shelf. And in here, there's also a lot of my succulents. These are ghost plants I just got. This is a giant jade that I got from my mother-in-law's passing, and I did propagate it a little bit just because it was sticking out really far, so it's growing roots and it's doing fine. And then these are aeonium, they're fine. Woo. These aeonium here, it looks like these really need a drink of water, so I'm gonna give them some water right quick. And then this is another pot that I have of sedum calatum, and these are a bunch of cow and koi flapjacks that I also got from my mother-in-law, and I cut them up a bit to propagate them and see how many babies they would push out. And I'm already seeing some new growth here, so you know, that's nice. Yeah, so down here, these are basically just, and that's a mangave. I'm not sure how to make him happy, but I'm trying to make him happy. This is a bunch of the Echeveria prolifica cuttings, and that's one of my plants that I have in those clear containers. And then up here, these are smaller pots of plants. These are just smaller plants. This one, my variegated jade, I love it, but I always have problems growing it, and I realized that the soil in my large planter is too fast draining, so I moved it in here and put it in better soil. These are Echeveria Malaco. They were struggling, so I put them in different soil, keep them out here, and they seem to be doing somewhat better. And then I'm not sure exactly what type of succulent this is, but it's been struggling. So I have it in here now in a small container where I can, you know, just keep a closer eye on it. This is Echeveria Hercules. It's beautiful. It's never struggled. I love it. And I want to have a lot more of it, so I'll have to see what I can do. This is just a small arrangement that I made in this heart planter. And these are all babies from Echeveria Colorado. This I just purchased, and I can't remember the name of it, but the seller was kind enough to give me twice the order that I put in. And this bones cactus, so I was excited about that. This is just another small succulent arrangement with some of my other leftover plants, but like as you can see with some of these yellow leaves, with the yellow leaves, I just come in periodically. I'll grab an arrangement or two and pull off the yellow leaves, and then make sure that, you know, it has enough soil covering it. And so I'll probably pull this one out and take that back to the living room to work on a little bit. And then this is another succulent arrangement. It's kind of a metal basket thing, but up here are the Echeveria Lolas, and down here I have an Aeonium lily. This is a pink ruby Setiveria, a Sempervivum oddity. These are Carper spoons, and this is a crested topsy turvy plant. And this one over here is a Kalanchoe widow's thrill. So some of the plants are, you know, they need a little bit of work, a little bit of time and water and sun and stuff, but for the most part, with these plants being in here, I've been able to take really good care of them. And if I have any succulents that are struggling in my living room, I just put them out here, and it seems like they just do so much better when you leave them alone. Like this one was really struggling, and I thought I was going to lose these, and this is a beautiful succulent. But when I put it out here and left it alone, and then I just periodically, maybe like once every week and a half, water them thoroughly and then put them right back, the plants have grown so much and they just look so much better. So, you know, so I've just been learning how to take better care of them. And with succulents, part of the care that you give them is just leaving them alone. So, you know, that's what I've been learning to do. And then down here, like I said, this one's really big, so I might have to split it in two. And then this is going to be one of my topsy-turvy pots. That's going to be another one of my topsy-turvy pots. The Sempervivum is going to be another topsy-turvy pot. And also, I'm pretty sure that this one, my Pale Puma, is going to be a topsy-turvy pot. So all those things are kind of in here, making sure they don't get too much rain. Oh, sorry. Those things are in here, making sure they don't get too much rain. But what I can do is move the plants that are going to be in my topsy-turvy planter. I can move them closer in those planters, and I'm definitely gonna have to divide this one, but I have plenty of those black pots that are for outdoor plants. So now they're all prepped and ready to go. I just got to find the right pots that I need, and then I'll be able to do that. And hopefully it'll stop raining so I can start treating my yard for weeds. But yeah, this is my little area. I've definitely spent a lot of time in here over the winter. And I will definitely not be using the same greenhouse next year. I'm going to use a different one that is self-heating, because I don't like having to have the heater in there. So that will be different. And okay, yeah, so basically that's what I'm showing you, my succulent status and what I'm doing. This one looks like it definitely needs water, so I'm gonna give him some water, and then in another day or two I'm going to try and propagate some more. All right guys, I'll see you later.